A very good evening to you from Twickenham in London. We're being treated to the most amazing light show here and a rendition of Jerusalem, and excitement really building for this final Springbok Test match of 2022, the 45th meeting between South Africa and England. Siya Kolisi captaining South Africa for the 43rd time this evening, second most capped captain of all time after John Smith for the Springboks. So England starting with Mako Vunipola and Jamie George, the two Saracens in the front row alongside Kyle Sinclair. No change in the second row, Hill and Itoje. But Alex Coles, the 23-year-old from Northampton, brought into the blindside flank to add a lot of height to their line-out effort. So too Tommy Freeman on the right wing this evening. He and Freddie Stewart had a lot of height to their kick receipt effort. And Jack van Poortvliet and Marcus Smith retained as the starting halfbacks. A number of changes for South Africa with players not available due to club duty. Marvin Orie retains his starting berth at number 5 alongside Eben Etzebeth, and then in the back row, Evan Roos getting a second test start, just a third test cap for him. Damian Delendi shifts back from 13 to 12 with Jesse Creel in the outside centre position. He started here at wing in the test last year, and Makazole Mapimpi restored to the number 11 jersey. Well, scrum penalty for England, and it looks on this near side. Malherbe and Mako Vunipola.
Yeah, so he's been penalised for scrumming in.
Yeah, tight head, overextended, straight in and down for me. Okay.
That's better from England's captain, and Owen Farrell has his team on the board. Advantage for a high tackle on Evan Roos.
Leave it, White!
Just as though it was Alex Coles who made the high tackle. Billy LaRue puts the little kick in. Etzebeth giving chase.
That was a free play. That's why Billy LaRue in for that kick. But that was the high tackle, I think, on Evan Roos when you went in. As a tall guy, needed to get lower, get that level change right.
Shot.
Dip in the knees and hips and put a shoulder hit in, not a grab around the neck.
Faf de Klerk missed with his first attempt from 5 meters in from left-hand touch. This a much simpler kick and beautifully struck by Faf de Klerk, who evens things up as we approach the end of the first quarter. To execute the carry, Derlendi. Now they come back for Damian Willemse to drop for goal, and he's got it. Brilliant.
Hit it and turn. That ball was just a little bit too slow for the Springbok team. So Damian Willemse into the pocket.
And Willemse gets away from his man, gets away from Jamie George, finds Billy LaRue. Arendse to his outside, Smith to beat, and Kirkley Arendse has scored a stunner at Twickenham. An absolute stunner. A try-scoring machine. His 7th in his 7th test match.
He's done it again. Kirkley Arendse.
Not for me, mate.
But this is excellent from Damian Willemse. He beats Stewart, but he sees a hooker next to him.
Whitey.
Too much pace.
Are you happy?
And just the linking from all of them.
Okay.
Marcus Smith one-on-one. He was never going to get him, was he? Kirkley Arendse goes over. A finishing masterclass from Kirkley Arendse.
And a long time for Faf de Klerk to grab the ball. Now Damian Willemse lines up another drop goal, and he's got it. The fist pump is there. It's a second.
Itoje and Etzebeth going at it in the midfield there, Matthew.
Well, Damian Willemse was heading back to halfway with the backline players. Well, that scuffle got underway, and then they've all come charging back in support of their teammates. Some ferocious counter-rucking in there, and another advantage shown as Evan Roos goes on a little charge, away by de Klerk, and LaRue kicking wide for Makazole Mapimpi, and off the hands of Freddie Stewart.
7.
And there's going to be a yellow card here as well. Tom Curry, the man to be shown the yellow.
Yeah, now it's decision time here. At 4 down, do you go for the scrum?
Malcolm Marx, this time for Etzebeth.
Over.
More moving sideways quickly and across the 15-metre line. Ball available for de Klerk. Kitsoff set to carry, but so too is Kwagga Smith. What a good tackle out of Genge. South Africa just a metre short now.
That's cynical.
And the try is scored. I wonder if Itoje might have gone to the bin had it not stood. But South Africa have a try under the posts. Ruben Etzebeth, the man being helped up.
Yeah, no, you go back to the discipline of Johnny Hill pushing Faf de Klerk. This is what caused the trouble for England, lack of discipline, and they're being punished for it. Itoje's lucky there. If that hasn't tried and been scored, he was also marching.
Yeah, they do have that penalty advantage. Just raw power. A scrum of 7 for
White at scrum time.
England, with still a minute and a half for Tom Curry to spend in the sin bin. Well, he certainly struck it well enough. It's a brilliant kick from Faf de Klerk. Over with some to spare. And South Africa lead by 21 at Twickenham. Farrell monstered in the tackle by both Totoy and Smith.
The actions of South Africa.
Referring to your check.
Yes, please.
So Ben Whitehouse is the TMO from Wales. He called the check. You may have heard Angus Gardner, while play was on, to
Actions of
asking
18 green.
TMO to check the tackle by Thomas Totoy. Yeah, so Thomas Totoy, having just come onto the field, is shown a red card, the second red card on this tour. Pieter-Steph Totoy picking one up against France in Marseille. So 20 minutes down to 14.
There's going to be some heat coming for the Springboks here.
Sorry.
Faf de Klerk has stayed down here. England tap and go. Farrell trying to punch a hole through the middle. Excellent tackle from Kolisi. The recycle is there for Slade.
And Faf de Klerk still down in back play, but good try from England. You mentioned picking up the tempo, so playing a little bit quicker. And Noel does well here. It's not very often you see Willemse missing a tackle. But the strong winger has the go.
It's test try number 8 for Henry Slade, the first time he has scored against South Africa. Angus Gardner blows the final whistle, clenched fists all round from the South Africans. Jacques Nienaber down on the bench to celebrate, and why not? England stand, hands on hips, heads bowed. They have been taught a lesson at their famous headquarters here this afternoon. 2 tries to South Africa, 1 to England. 14-3 the Springboks led at half-time. Full-time at Twickenham. England 13, South Africa 27.